What's up, J Fusion fans, and welcome to this week's Superhero Time Review. As per usual, I'm going to place a spoiler warning just in case I might say anything that's very important to today's episodes. So with that said, let's begin. Now, starting with Kamen Rider Zi-O, everything is starting to come together. In fact, quite literally. Something strange happens to the ride watches that were collected so far, and that in turn causes other strange things to happen within the world of Zi-O as well. And we do see the return of Machine Chaser, and actually Kamen Rider The End also makes his return in this episode. So we also see other things that are important to the backstories of Tsukuyomi and Schwartz and what's happening with their world and how it affects Sogo's world and timeline as well. So we do see more revelations about this part of the story in this episode. So it's actually quite jam-packed in terms of plot development, if any. So yeah, we are starting to learn more about the story. Actually, it's been building up since a couple of episodes ago, but now we see more of this. So as for the action, well, there's definitely a lot happening here. A lot of monsters have been appearing left and right again because of that strange phenomenon that's happening with the ride watches, and everything is starting to mess up at practically an almost apocalyptic level. So this is what we are going to see for probably the next two episodes. In fact, those are the last two episodes of the show. So again, we are going to see how Sogo and his companions try to save the world before it ends. And probably everything is going to connect to the movie. Again, I've been thinking that the finale of Zi-O would be some sort of a cliffhanger that continues on into the movie, and the movie will tie up all the loose ends and give Zi-O its true ending. So again, that's what we are going to find out as Zi-O is coming to an end. So moving on to today's Ryusoulger, we do see the debut of the Cosmo Raptor. Actually, we are starting off with the Kureyami Soul and the Shadow Raptor first. So as we've seen in early scans and previews, the Cosmo Soul can be split into the Kureyami Soul and the Kagayaki Soul, which also gives us the Dark Raptor and the Shine Raptor Kishiryu respectively. And contrary to most scans earlier on, it's not Ko who actually debuts with the new Choryu Souls. It's actually Kanaro for today. Now, how he obtains the Kureyami Soul is actually quite simple, to be precise. So how he obtains it is something for you guys to see. But we do see the Kureyami Soul in action immediately. It makes its debut, and we get to see it in action as soon as it appears. And we do see other characters return as well. So namely Tank Joe and Master Pink. So with this strange new phenomenon, so there are a lot of living things that are apparently going missing, but in return deceased people also come back. So with that, we get to see the Masters once again, or at least for this episode, Master Pink appears. So I'm not sure if the other Masters are also going to make an appearance again, because deceased characters are coming back to life. And not only Tank Joe and Master Pink return from the dead, but there's also another character that we meet in this episode who apparently was already deceased before the start of Ryusoulger. So stay tuned for that. And we do see the return of the hooded figure that we've seen early on in the show, and Master Pink probably gives us a hint as to who it is earlier in this episode, and by the end he reveals who he is or how he looks like. So stay tuned to see who that Seto character is. So for today's episodes, I'm going to give Kamen Rider Zi-O, I'm just gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5. So it's very average, and again, following in Decade's steps, I guess. So everything is apocalyptic, you know, like bunch of enemies, bunch of monsters from different Heisei worlds come together and try to attack, and our heroes try to find a way to bring back order. It's very cliche, but for what it is, I enjoyed watching it, but it's not one of the best pre-finale episodes, so I'm not gonna give it the very high score. Like, I'm giving it the most average. So that's why I'm giving today's Kamen Rider Zi-O a 2.5 out of 5 stars. But for today's Ryusoulger, I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5. Now, deceased characters returning is somewhat of an overused trope, but thanks to that, we do see more of the masters, at least Master Pink, and now we know that these masters are probably going to make their return every once in a while, especially when our main characters are in a pinch, particularly Ko, Meruto, and Asuna, because the first masters we see are their masters, Master Red, Master Blue, and Master Pink. So we have seen Master Blue return early on, albeit as a spirit to help out Meruto in his time of need, but again, it's not the end of their appearances as far as I know, and we probably would get to see them once again. And as for this Seto character, I'm looking forward to whatever he brings to the table, and probably how it affects our characters in the long run. So I'm definitely watching Ryusoulger to know more about this new character and what he brings to the plot and such. So that's why I'm giving today's Ryusoulger a 3.5 out of 5. Not an amazing episode, but very interesting in terms of today's plot. So there you go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Stay tuned. The episodes will come out very soon, and they probably will have an English subtitle probably in a couple of days. So stay tuned for that. Again, as always, thank you for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from GE Fusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you on the next Superhero Time Review. Bye!